Alright, we're gonna look at sales and income tax today. So in a few weeks, we have a Game of Life budget project where you're gonna get hired, have a salary, and you need to know income tax. So we have some vocabulary words. Sales tax is a percentage of the cost of a good or service. To calculate the sales tax of a given purchase, we're going to express the sales tax rate as so it's a percent. So what do we do with our percent? Can we just multiply the percent? We have to express it as a decimal. You got it. So convert to a decimal, and then blank by the amount of the purchase. What operation? You got it. Multiply. And that gives you the sales tax amount. Income. Okay, so that's your salary I was talking about. Income is a financial gain from capital or labor. Wages are payments for labor or services. Income tax is a tax on the net income of an individual or a business. To calculate the income tax for earned wages, express the income tax rate as a decimal. You got it. Same process. Then you got it. Multiply by the amount of the earned wages. Okay. There's many taxes that get deducted from your salary. Okay. Federal withholding tax is one type of income tax. Another one is a Social Security tax, and then a Medicare tax is another one. So they all have their own certain percentage that gets taken from your wages, gets deducted, and then what's left is what you actually get to take home and then pay all your bills. Okay. All right. So let's look at our first example. We're going to calculate the sales tax and the total cost, including 6.25% sales tax of a $1,799.85 wedding ring. Ooh, some of y'all are going to get married. Okay, we're going to round to the nearest cent. Okay, so we're going to calculate the amount of sales tax. So we say we need to express our percent as a decimal, which is what is that going to look like? We're going to do that, and then they say we're going to multiply by the amount. Remember, this is showing work with a calculator, okay? And then what do you get in your calculator? Good, $112.49. Are we good with that? This is the sales tax, okay? All right, step 2. What operation are we going to do to get the total cost? You got it. We have to add the sales tax to the cost of the purchase. So we have our wedding ring at $1,799.85 plus the tax. And that brings us our wedding ring to what? Are we good with that? Total cost of the wedding ring. Now, if you don't have that amount, remember you can take out a and your budget project talks about loans, so we're going to have to recall all that information. All right, let's look at example number 2. We're going to calculate the Social Security tax for 10 pay stubs shown. And we're always going to round to the nearest cent because that's money, right? Hundreds place. All right, so we talked about wages. This is what the company paid him with. But notice how Medicare is taken out. Federal withholding income tax, 19%, is taken out. So how do we determine? All right, so Social Security tax percent as a decimal. And then we multiply it by the wages, $1,864.49. And what do we get there? Is that what you got? So what do we have to do here? Yes, we have to round. So look at that thousands place, so that would be bumped up to $115.60. Questions? Be careful about, pay attention to the rounding, okay? All right, down below, you have 5 problems. And let's see how you do. And then we'll check with your table. Okay, so go back, y'all. I'll notice the error where it says income tax is on the net income. It should say the gross income. And gross income is, if we look at 10's pay stub, this is the gross income. That's what the job automatically gives you. The net income is after everything is deducted. Okay? Is that all right, Rosa? Yes. Are we good? All right. Number 1, you had to calculate the sales tax and the total, so you needed 2 answers there. And sales tax was $14.25. Are we good? And then we have our total cost. We had to add $14.25 to $189.99. Make it $204.24. Are we good with that? Can we round $189.99? No, we don't round it. Okay, good. Number 2, again, calculate sales tax and the total cost. So we have our sales tax coming in at $9.77. And our total cost coming in, we had to add $9.77 to $169.99, which is $179.76. Are we good with that? Questions? All right, 3, 4, and 5. 3 and 4, we have to determine Social Security tax and a federal withholding income tax. So the Social Security tax, you get $140.57. We're good with that? All right. Our federal withholding tax was at a whopping 23%, which is $521.47 being deducted. Go home and have your parents. All right, so calculate that state's net pay. How do we determine net pay?
You
Yes, so these are our deductions from our gross pay. So, yes, like I said, add them all up, and that was what, $694.92. This is total deductions, okay? And then we were to deduct it from our gross pay, which is your wages. And so Faith's net pay, she is taking home $151,572.35. So that's what she has to go pay for her budget. Are we good? She just has, like I said, go home and hug your parents. Say, I love you. Thank you for giving me clothes and food and a phone. And okay.
All right, Jess.
So, yeah.
I have to pay off my phone, so.
Parent Appreciation Month.
It is.
Well, no, I can say that because that's our topic. All right, so we're going to calculate sales tax and income tax. There are 20 problems. Each task card, show your work. How are you going to check your answer? Flip it over, check your answer. Questions? All right, you got it.